Corlys Velaryon, also known as the Sea Snake, is one of the major players in the new show House of the Dragon. Though we've mainly seen him talking politics on the small council and proposing marriages, Corlys is a force to be reckoned with and has many achievements to his name. His story begins in the year 53 AC as the son of Lord Daemon Velaryon. Corlys was named after his great-granduncle, who was the first Lord Commander of the Kingsguard under Aegon the Conqueror. The Velaryon family dates back to the times of Ancient Valyria and are said to have come to Westeros even before the Targaryens. Their ancestral home was located on the Isle of Driftmark, which is near Dragonstone and across the bay from King's Landing. The Velaryon and Targaryen relationship dates back to the start of Aegon's conquest, as the Velaryons were one of the first major supporters of their cause. Despite being from Valyria, the Velaryons were never dragon riders, and instead showcased their power by controlling the seas. Their ships made up much of the royal fleet, and many Velaryons would naturally serve on the King's Council as Master of Ships. The same would be said of Corlys during his time on the King's Council. In the books, Corlys is described as a man that was brilliant as he was restless, and adventurous as he was ambitious. He loved sailing and everything about ships from a very young age, and first sailed across the narrow sea with an uncle to Pentos at the age of 6. He would go on to make the voyage every year and learn many things of captaining a ship during that time. Corlys would first become a captain at the age of 16 when he took a fishing boat called the Cod Queen from Driftmark to Dragonstone and back. As time went on, his ships only grew larger and the voyages longer and more dangerous. He took ships all around Westeros, going south to visit Oldtown, Lannisport in the west, and Lordsport on Pike. He once sailed the ship Summermaid to Volantis in the east and the Summer Isles of the south. He would take another ship, the Ice Wolf, and sail it to the free city of Braavos, then back west to Eastwatch by the Sea and Hardhome beyond the Wall. He later took that same ship northeast this time, going as far as Lorath and the port of Ibn. He later took the Ice Wolf far north again, searching for a passage that was rumored to be around the very north of Westeros. It's reported he could only find frozen seas and icebergs big as mountains. Out of all his voyages, his most famous ones would be on the ship he designed, built, and gained his name from, the Sea Snake. The first famous voyage of the Sea Snake would take Corlys to the east further than no man had ever sailed before. He sailed through the Jade Gates to the ancient city of Yiti and the Isle of Lang. On his return back to Westeros, he brought with him a massive load of rich silks and spices that doubled the entire wealth of House Velaryon in a single stroke. The second voyage of the Sea Snake took Corlys back southeast, going even further this time, all the way to Ashai by the Shadow. The third voyage would go northeast instead, going as far as the Thousand Islands and the cold shores of Nagai and Masavi. In the end, the Sea Snake would make 9 great voyages, and the last of those 9 would take Corlys to the city of Qarth, the same city Daenerys visited in Season 2 of Game of Thrones. He arrived at the city with 20 other ships he acquired through his wealth, and loaded them all with silks, saffron, nutmeg, pepper, and elephants. Only 14 of the 20 ships would make it back to Driftmark, and all the elephants died at sea, but the profits from the other goods were so large that the Velaryons ascended to the wealthiest family in all Westeros, passing the Lannisters and the Hightowers. Corlys would become the official Lord of Driftmark after his grandfather died at the age of 88. He put his newly acquired wealth to use, and the first action was the construction of a new castle called High Tide. The castle was completely surrounded by sea as the morning and evening tides came in, and connected to Driftmark via causeway. The castle would also be decorated with various treasures from his voyages, and he also moved the ancient throne of Driftmark inside as well. Corlys continued to build many ships with his wealth over the years, and the royal fleet eventually tripled in size. New trading towns also began to rise on Driftmark, which only made the Velaryons even richer and more powerful. The men who knew Corlys best would say that he always desired more and dreamed to see what lay beyond the edge of maps. He never felt fully satisfied until the day he met and ultimately married Rhaenys Targaryen, granddaughter of King Jaehaerys, in the year 90 AC. The two would have a son and daughter, Laenor and Laena Velaryon, in the years 93 and 94 AC, and presented their claims to the Iron Throne at the Great Council of 101. Check that video out if you want to learn more. Corlys would never make another extreme voyage like the ones he accomplished before, but the Sea Snake had built a name for himself the people of Westeros would never forget. He and his wife Rhaenys would go on to play an important role in the Dance of Dragons to come.
Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed, leave a like, and check out some of our other videos about A Song of Ice and Fire lore. We also have a Twitter page now, so feel free to follow that if you like. Thanks again, and fire will reign.